is going to be a more sensitive topic, so if you don't feel comfortable, please click off. This is going to be a very sensitive topic. I've seen a lot of videos about this called white guilt, and what white guilt is people feeling guilty about being white. I don't feel like super guilty about being white, but I do feel like I do get more opportunities because I am white. So I do feel like some employers may be more likely to hire me because I'm white, and some people may be more likely to date me because I'm white. Those are the things that I feel like I have a more of an advantage with employment and dating, because there are a lot of people out there that will only date white people, and there are a lot of people out there that'll only hire white people because they're racist, obviously. And I would rather not date somebody that's racist, but, you know, there are people out there that may seek me out because they are racist and they want to date somebody that's white. So, yeah. My father was one of those people, and he married my mother basically because he was looking for a white woman, and she fit the description. She was sweet, and she was a nice person, and she was white. So she was what he was looking for, and he married her, even though most of her family, her family had some mix in her family, which it bothered him at first, but he let it go because she was completely white. So I don't know if everybody that is racist does let that kind of thing go, but my father has told me before that he wants me to date somebody that is completely white. So that's not something that I take to heart. I don't really want to do that myself. I am open to dating people that are not white. Um, yeah, and I'm open to dating people that are transgender as well. So I do not take that to heart. But he has told me before that part of the reason why he married my mother was because she was completely white. Um, but on her side of the family, her siblings are a mix of white and Hispanic. So I don't have as much white guilt because I spent part of my childhood interacting with children that were part Hispanic. So I have some interactions and I know how to interact with people that are a different color than me, or at least are a mix. So I've never seen people of a different color as inferior or as less than me. So I don't think I've ever really been racist. In my honest opinion, I try to treat people fairly. But my father has tried to make me racist, and I've always sat up to him and say, no, I don't want to be a racist person. I don't want to be like that. And he keeps trying. For years, he's been trying to make me racist. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I have people in my family that are not completely white. So I am not going to be a racist person. I'm going to treat people fairly. And I'm going to be a good person in that way because I know there are people in my family that are not completely white. So, I don't want to disrespect people that could, you know, could be related to me in a way because in this way we're all sort of in this way we're all people. So we all we all matter in our own way, and I think that's a good way to put it. So the main thing is I have two different dolls here to kind of show that dolls that are different can be friends. So yeah. Um yeah. So I just wanted to show that while I'm talking. But basically white guilt is for people that have been racist before. But I grew up in a family where it was mixed on my mother's side, so I've had interactions with children that are different than me, which did help me to not have as much white guilt. because I had those interactions. I think that was really important for me growing up, because I was able to stand up to bullies when they made fun of people for their skin colors. I stood up and I said, hey, that's not right. And, I did that as a child. I stood up for people when they were being made fun of for that. So, yep. So that is the truth. I did stick up for people that were made fun of for their skin color because I knew it was wrong. So I'm not a racist person, but I do have a racist father. So yeah, so there is some white guilt there because of that. But I wanted to let you guys know that I'm trying not to be like him. So there's that. Because he would only date white people and he would only hang out with white people and things like that. But I'm not like that. I hang out with people that are different races, and I enjoy the company of people that are different. So that is important. So that's what I want to let you guys know about the whole white guilt movement and how it works and how I feel about it. I feel it's more for people that have been racist in the past that want to change. Yeah. It's more for people that have had those feelings of racism and want to change, I think. They kind of say that all white people are racist, but if you grew up in a family that was partly mixed, I don't think you would be racist, in my opinion, because you have had interactions with people that are different than you. So if you grew up in a family like mine, where you grew up with people that were of a mix, people that weren't completely white, I think that you wouldn't be racist because of that, because you would grow up accepting that people that are different could be your family. So I think that definitely helps, and I would really encourage people to, if they could, get some family friends that are a different race for your child to interact with. Kind of make people that are a different race part of your family, so that your child can have someone to interact with, and make it beautiful in that way. Have them have friends that are a different race, or have them have people that are different in their life early on, because that will help them not be racist when they grow up. Because early interactions with people that are a different race really help a child grow up where they don't want to be racist. But that's how it starts. It starts with the early childhood. So if you teach it young, if you teach that everyone is equal young, and you teach the child to have positive interactions with people that are different than themselves, even if they're just a mix of white and something else, it does teach good values, and it does teach positive interactions with people. So that is my goal, is to try to teach people how to teach your children to be less racist. So that's how you do it. You have the early interactions at a young age with people that are different. And that's what helps. Not white guilt when you're older. That doesn't really help. Admitting that you're a racist when you're older admits that you failed. Learning when you're young is the best plan. Not admitting that you're a racist when you're older and you're trying to change. That's probably not the best plan. It's probably best to teach your children young, so that they don't have white guilt when they're older. So just something to teach about. So I'm going to mark this as, for everyone, So this is more of my opinion on white guilt and what you can do to prevent it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye now.